Good morning, Amani. So today's service is going to be a practice in going with the flow. We're going to put this into practice today as we do not have a musician and we're going to pretend. So we're going to have some interesting clips of people that's done music for us before here, so enjoy.
If you're feeling all alone, maybe lost or just confused, put your hands up. If you've got a broken heart and you're not sure what to do, put your hands up. If you lost someone along the way, somewhere along the road, put your hands up. So you know you're not alone, put your hands up. Go on and put your hands up. No matter the road, no matter how hard, put your hands up, put your hands up. Don't ever let go, you're never too far to put your hands up, put your hands up. What you waiting, what you waiting, oh, what you waiting for, wherever you are, put your hands up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you feel you're on a corner and your back's against the wall, put your hands up. If you've fallen onto harder times and you've got no one to call, put your hands up. If you're on the verge of giving up and you're all but out of hope, put your hand up. So you know you're not alone, put your hand up. Go on and put your hand up. No matter the road, no matter how far, put your hand up, put your hands up. You never let go, you're never too far to put your hands up, put your hands up. What you waiting, what you waiting, oh, what you waiting for, wherever you are, put your hands up. Whoa, 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 put your hands up. Whoa, 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 put your hands up. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Put your hands up. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Put your hands up. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Put your hands up.
What's her name? Amy Bish? She's good. That was nice. Well, thank you for being here this morning at Amani. Right now, we're going to release the kids. If there's some kids with they're going to have their message today and maybe learn a nice affirmation, and then teach you the affirmation. So anyway, you're here at Amani, and you've shown up by divine appointment. And we have a really cool vision statement. And we're going to say this together with as much joy as you can muster, okay? Lighting the path to peace together. That's such a high vibe. And if we practice, we'll bring this to the world, right? And lift others up. And there's no more important job than that one. So a little bit about who we are. We are an open and inclusive spiritual community. And we learn, especially in our classes, that many paths lead to the divine. Actually, all paths lead to the divine. Whether that's nature, and however you express that, just looking into someone's eyes. That really is a path to the divine. And we here are a place to grow and learn together in consciousness. And we're safe and welcoming. And if you come with something that's heavy on your heart, there's no judgment. And we'll do our best to help you. And we'll talk a little bit about our classes and things that we have going on here in a minute. But knowing that you have this safe place to express yourself and to help work through things and be that face of the divine for another is very important. So do we have anybody that's here for the first time or maybe back? Good morning. It's glad to have you here. We have a little information for you if you just raise your hand. If you have any questions, there's a few of us here that are practitioners, and we'll tell you a little bit about what that is, that are available for prayer after service, and we'll make ourselves available. First of all, let's, practitioners, raise your hands. Who's available to do prayer work with you after service? And if you have any questions, you can ask them as well. But if you're looking to, oh, there's another practitioner over there just in time. If you have something that you're trying to bring into your life, see a practitioner. If you have something you would really like to let go of, see a practitioner. And what a practitioner is, we spend 4 years or more studying together. Ernest Holmes, mostly Science of Mind is our base teaching, but we teach a lot of new concepts, 4 agreements, maybe that one's been around a while, but you can be master of your life with just that one teaching if you practice. So we've been through many classes, testing, all kinds of things that we show up here and do for the center. And so after service, we provide a prayer if you would like to take advantage of that. So let's see what else we've got. We want to bring up Marcy to tell us all the fun events we've got going on here.
Thank you, Reverend Belinda. All right, so guess what? It's October, and our theme for the month is Behind the Veil. And so we're starting the month off right, like we do every month, with Reverend Lucian Baker. So glad you're here. Always a favorite here at the Amani Center. And then we've got our great, wonderful lineup, Reverend Pixie DeFore, Reverend Don Apodoni, and Reverend Sherry that will fill out this month. So show up every Sunday to fill your heart. Whether you're online or in the space, you need to hear from these people. These are the people keeping our feet on the ground and helping us stay centered in very interesting times. Here's some of the stuff we have coming up in October. The Shelf Help Book Club is beginning, or has begun. I think it started on the 2nd, so they got started. They'll be meeting on the 16th and the 30th. You don't have to come every time. You can come anytime, right? Do you want to talk about it, Corinne, or? Okay. Okay, so Corinne's coming up. She's going to tell you about both the Shelf Help Club and improv.
So Shelf Help is every other Thursday at 6:30. And we started off with an amazing study session using the teachings of Mel Robbins, which actually can be very, very spiritual. And the books we choose are focused on self-improvement and immediate application to your life. So not just kind of theory stuff, but more about what are you learning and how are you using it. So that's this month. Next month is about clutter and cleaning our space and being prepared also for the holidays. And it's not just our physical space, but also our mental space and getting that prepared as well. So that's November. And for more information, you can just reach out to me after service on that one. And then we also are starting an improv class, and that's the first Sunday of every month after service at about 12:30, so you have time to grab something to eat. And it's a way to just bring some more joy into our lives, especially right now, given some of the chaos that we're all experiencing. So I encourage you to try it. Some folks have said they're a little nervous or scared, and this is called Improv Light. So we're not going to make you get on the stage or do something that you're uncomfortable with. So we're starting very slow, and our instructor, Linda, is absolutely amazing. So hope to see you all this afternoon at 12:30. Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you, Corinne. She's choosing some great books for that shelf help book club. And what I love that she said is just how you're immediately going to be able to apply these things to your life. And same thing with the improv. You know, these are all ways to keep you grounded, centered, transforming, leveling up during all the stuff that's going on out there. All right, and I am going to, is this one you want to talk about, Kathy? Or okay, so Kathy, come on up. She's going to talk about this sign painting party that is coming up this Tuesday, this Tuesday, October 7th.
I know. Yeah, at 11. Hi, everybody. So this is in regards to the craft fair. That's December 6th, and we're so excited. We have 30 amazing vendors, and they are beautiful artisans. Save your pennies. You're going to want to save your pennies because they're great stuff. But anyway, so we're going to get ready for the holiday magical market, and we need shoppers. So one of the key things is to have community signs out. We're going to put some out the week before, but the big bulk of it will be that night before. So it'll all like, go, come. Anyway, so we need help with tweaking the signs, painting some. I have some signs that will have already outlined. All you have to do is fill it in for us with acrylic marker pens, so super easy. So I try to make it easy. I'm going to have pizza for you. So if you guys want to come this Tuesday here at 11, we'll just keep it to 1 o'clock max. But yeah, that would be great. And I have a clipboard. If you do want to come, put a question mark on it if you're not sure. But that way it kind of lets us know how many pieces of pizza we need to get. And that is a little mini flyer. If you plan to go to any craft fairs, please hand them out. I went out to Camino yesterday, and I think 70% of the people I handed it out to were absolutely thrilled and planned to come. I was so happy. So I thought if you guys all go out to community events in their area, there are some flyers back there. If you can grab, 4 or 5 of them and pocket them and take them with you. And then if it's spur of the moment, later we'll have larger flyers for like businesses, maybe next month, right? So that's it. Thank you so much. We just need support and help for marketing.
Yeah, and if you want more of these are great to hand out to friends, to put up on bulletin boards. So just if you'd like to get some more of these, we'll ask Nicole to print some more, because this is just such an easy thing to have in your bag, and then anytime you have a place where you think you could put some out, we will flyer bomb the area. All right, this is another great new art experience that we have coming up with the amazing Sarah Morgan. It's called Intentional Creativity Session, and it's going to be Saturday, October 25th here at 10 a.m., 10 to 3. Sarah, I don't know if you all know Sarah, but she's amazing, and she is so humble and quiet about her brilliance. So once you get to know her, either have a massage with her or see some of her art or just talk to her, you will realize how amazing this woman is. So you should show up for this if you can. She's lovely, and she's just so, she's so giving. She shows up, she does drum circles, she does whatever she can, and so show up for that. It's going to be a great time. It looks like it is $35, which is a great deal for a basically it's almost all day workshop. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. Okay, here's some more stuff going on. We've got full moon. That's tomorrow night, 6:30 right here. I saw that moon last night. It's beautiful, clear skies. It's a great time to celebrate the new moon. Do some meditation, some visioning, some breath work, some journaling. Talk about what's going on with this moon. It'll help you understand a little and help you put some perspective to what's going on and why things seem so crazy or so good or whatever you're experiencing. So show up for that. Drum circle is this Friday. That's another way that you can, wow, that's weird. I think you need to come. It's trying to say, come to this. Drum circle is second Friday of every month, and it's amazing. And we circle up here, and we have all kinds of instruments. You can bring a drum or something, and that's another way to just shake something loose, like get rid of the stuff that's crudding up your aura, your chakras, your bloodstream, everything. When you drum, you kind of just release it all, and it's it's mental, it's emotional, but it's also physical because you're doing this drumming, and it really does reset the nervous system. So I encourage you to come to that. It's always fun. Team play date, tell all the teens in your life, Friday, October 24th. They have a wonderful time. Share that with anyone you know. And then potluck is always the last Sunday of the month, and we just bring food and share in a meal, and that's a lovely time together. Every week, chair yoga is Tuesdays at 11:30 across the patio or across the parking lot at the studio. Course in Miracles every Thursday at 3 o'clock at the Jaeger House. And sounds like a German restaurant, the Jaeger House. And then Staying Grounded in Challenging Times is also every Thursday, and that's at 11:11 in the morning. We sit in here, we have fantastic conversation, we do some centering, we remind ourselves why we're here and that it's okay and that we've got this, but we also share what's going on and get to process some of the stuff. Bob asked me to share this with you all. So Bob Simon was here last week. Did anybody get to hear him either here or at our party? Thank you for everyone who showed up for that. Bob is just amazing. He's so talented. And he and his wife, Shannon, are doing this retreat in Mexico. I don't know how to say that. Chichen Itza? Chichen Itza, did I say it right? So that is March 17th to 25th. He is offering to basically support the Amani Center with anyone from this center who signs up. They've still got some spots. So if you're interested in signing up, you can go to his website, wherethelightgetsin.us. We're probably sharing this on our socials too. And sign up and let him know you're from the Amani Center. Should be an amazing event. All right, here's the Amazon wish list. This is just a way to support Amani if you just feel like buying something that we need. You know, things like toilet paper, paper towels, ink for the printers, those kinds of things. That's a way you can go on there, and all the things we need are already on the list. So you can scan that, and I think Nicole's got it up on the board too. Holiday Magical Market, Kathy talked to you about this, but make sure you mark your day for this, because this is such a great way to buy all your gifts and have unique, handmade, beautiful artisan crafts. And it's a fun day to eat, to see Santa Claus, tell people with kids we have the best Santa in, for sure, El Dorado County, probably Sacramento County too. He's amazing. And Mrs. Claus, like, we have great pictures. We have elves that show up, like we got some great photo ops, so show up for that. Kathy's still looking for volunteers for that as well. Yeah, there's a table, that rolling table. All right, I think that was all the things that we wanted to make sure you knew about, so I'm going to turn it back over to Reverend Belinda so that she can bless the service.
Wow, a lot of amazing things going on. And the book, Let Them, is pretty amazing. You really want to know about letting go. Letting go. It really is a great book. So now let's take a moment and sit upright in your chairs. Maybe close your eyes if you're comfortable and get into that space of the divine within. As we bless this service, this moment of being together in the presence of the divine, as the divine, right here and right now. Knowing that this intelligence permeates and penetrates every single cell of our body, every aspect of our life, every aspect of the Amani Center. And that this place is open for all. And as we feel this divine intelligence within, we are grateful for every person that showed up this morning, and especially our volunteers that show up to hold this place up, to be of service, to give from their heart. We're grateful that this place, this Amani Center, is here for us to share in consciousness and to grow, for friendships, and for the knowing of who and what we truly are. So thank you, Amani Center. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We are so blessed, and we take this moment to be grateful for it. So we release this prayer knowing that it is already done. is done as we say it is so, as we show up, as we give. So thank you, sweet Spirit, for the highest and greatest good is already done. And we say together, and so it is. So we'd like to bring up Marcy to lead us in affirmation this morning.
Thank you, Reverend Melinda. All right, so here's our affirmation today. We're going to say it 3 times. The first time with energy, with a strong voice. We're really bringing it in. The second time we drop down inside a little more, and we'll use a whisper, and we'll speak it aloud. And then the third time, just join me mentally as I read it to you aloud. Today's affirmation is brought to us by Reverend Lucian Baker. Let's begin. Regardless of appearances, God is the only existence in my life. Due to my awareness of this truth, I bless all my past experiences and I welcome all new ones. Regardless of appearances, God is the only existence in my life. Due to my awareness of this truth, I bless all my past experiences and welcome in new ones. Regardless of appearances, God is the only existence in my life. Due to the awareness of this truth, I bless all my past experiences and I welcome all my new ones. And together we say, and so it is. All right, and so now we're going to have another song this time by Leah Morris, to bring us into meditation.
All we need is He. 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 All that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All that we need, all that we need is 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 all that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All that we need, all that we need, all that we need. All we need is He. All we need is He.
Letting this beautiful song bring us into our meditation. I encourage you to let your eyes close if that's comfortable. You can just blur your vision. Sit up nice and straight but comfortable in your seat, as if there's a little string protruding through your spine from your sit bones or your root chakra, all the way up through the top of your head and just pulling up towards the light above, so that we are open to receive our good, that which is here for us. Receive that cleansing breath in, cleaning house, clearing out Where the air comes in, it replaces anything that we don't need right now, which we just allow to fall to the side. We can choose to pick it up or not later. Right now, this is our instant to be present in this now. All we need is here. And so as we just sink into the knowingness of this, the knowingness that all we need is here, that we are one with Spirit, we just allow whatever's ours to drop in. We also allow anything that's not ours, that might be weighing heavy, to just fall away, dissipate, evaporate, fall to the floor. So we'll just take some moments in silence to allow this to happen naturally and easily for each and every one of us. Enjoy your meditation. And now staying in this place of connection and oneness where we are so focused on this knowingness that we are all connected and connected with our source. We take a moment for divine healing. They say that all suffering comes from resisting what is. And so let part of our healing treatment today be about letting go, releasing anything that's not meant for us, not clinging to what we see or what we feel we need, but being open, allowing Spirit to do what Spirit does. Spirit's going to do what Spirit does anyway. So if we can not cling to old ideas or ways or possessions or people or whatever it is that may be causing pain, and just allow things to shift, to flow, then we can relieve our own suffering. And as we do this, we send out our love and healing energy to anyone else who may not be able to do this right now, or who may be going through any kind of suffering, whether it's deprivation or abuse or emotional pain, addiction, lack of food or water, clean and safe place to live, people who are experiencing violence all around the world. And to ourselves, we always shine that light of healing within first so that we can show up as the wholeness and the beauty and the oneness of Spirit for others. So in just a moment, I'll ask you to speak aloud the name of the people, the places, the things that you want to shine this healing light and truth upon. And then we will fill this room with that energy as we do this good work of healing for ourselves and for each other. So go ahead now and speak aloud the name or names of people, places, things you want to send that healing light to. And feeling the energy of the names of the souls and situations, including ourselves. We just shine that loving light of oneness with Spirit, of acceptance, of ease and grace and surrender upon all of this energy. And we release it to Spirit, knowing that Spirit has got this. And with great gratitude, we know this, and we know that it is done, and that we don't have to do any particular thing, that there's no one who has to earn this relief, this kindness, this joy, this ease, this health, this wellness, abundance. We all just have to say yes to it, turn towards Spirit and say yes and receive it. And so knowing that this is happening easily, gracefully, beautifully, with great gratitude, I release this word into the law, knowing that it is already done and all is well. And together we say, and so it is. All right, and now we're going to have a song by Gary Lynn Floyd.
Everything beneath the sun breathes like a harmonium. Pure perfection has begun, shining like a midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone. Let me be an instrument, guided by an heaven sent. May these grapes of pain ferment, alchemize to love's content. Ever be a sacrament, knowing God is my intent. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. Oh God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Rolling like a thundercloud, let me live my love out loud. Standing for mankind and proud, baptized in a holy shroud. Peace be still and know me now. God is in all I have found. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. Oh God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. spinning like a prayer fields, turning like Ezekiel's wheels. Nothing like a kiss seals this spirit I've become. Knowing what I'm here for, rowing on to distant shores, flowing from the infinite, God in everyone. Oh, spinning like a prayer fields, turning like Ezekiel's wheels. Nothing like a kiss seals this spirit I've become. Knowing what I'm here for, rowing on to distant shores, flowing from the infinite, God in everyone. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone.
Right. Let's go ahead and give him a hand for making me cry too early. I'm usually good at holding back tears. I'm really good at that. Not right now. How is everyone? I missed y'all. Let me see that right fast. Pardon my emotions. I love y'all. Thank you. All right, I'm going to get it together. Cut it out. Cut it out. All right. So we're talking about illusions unmasked, which is great because we're talking about what's behind the veil. And I'll just cut to the good part. We already know that the mask and the veil is our own perception. And perception is everything. That's why I love the, if you're an 80s baby like me and you had a therapist, you got to look at those beautiful ink blots and say what you saw. And what's awesome about that is nobody sees the same thing when they're looking. And you get to really explore somebody's brain and their perception when they look at things. Same thing with clouds. Somebody tell you what to see, you're like, what? How do you, what? No, you don't. Who am I to tell that perception is everything. And so when we talk about illusions, it's very special to me. Because there is no you and God. There is only God. Which means that hero, that power, that creator that we talk about. So it's you. This whole time it has always been you. I have to say this because it's been on my heart for a very long time, and I've been misunderstood for a very long time. I am tired of only looking for God when I come to church. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. We are beyond that. We are too intelligent to think that the only time we get to talk about God or see God or even know that God exists is right here. I'm tired. It's too easy. That's elementary. And we are beyond that. Let's stop pretending that we are not advanced enough to know that God exists in everything. There is a reason we see dark moments, and it is because God knows we are intelligent enough to know what's really going on. We don't get to be in the regular math class anymore, okay? It's letters in our equations now. Oftentimes, I like to talk about moments in hip hop. That's the reality, that's the perception I was blessed to be given. But please understand that whatever your reality is, it's the same story. Hear the formula, do not hear the names in the story. And so oftentimes, because we are human beings and stories is what inspires us. And oh, what a beautiful story. And, it's corny, but really that's just what inspires us. Please do not even pay attention to the names. They're so unimportant. It's what's in the story that's the most important. That's it. You don't even need to know the names. We know this same formula. Once there was a so-and-so wanted this, and it was really hard for so-and-so to get this, and then so-and-so had to work really hard. You know the story. But yet, whenever I give a beautiful moment in hip-hop, I get someone to say, I didn't know any of those names you told me. Is that all you heard? Is all you heard was names that you do not know? Then please, if you could, rehear the story. There is no you in God. There is only God. Now, as empowering as that sounds, there's also another part to that we like to forget when it's convenient. If there is no separation in God at all, if everything I'm seeing is God, including myself, then that means when I'm met with a difficult situation, especially with another human being, it is on the divine one, the one who knows they are divine, to open their eyes wide enough to say, there you are, God, I see you right there. When's the last time you had a conversation with someone who's not from your culture, not from your upbringing, does not dress like you, does not like the same music as you? When's the last time you have done that? When you have initiated it? When? How are you not challenging yourself to see God everywhere? It's easy to see God in the people we see every day. That's easy. Who is ready for the advanced class? Your mind is so much more powerful than you realize. So powerful that other people know how powerful it is. And they understand that if I let you sit quiet enough, this is why we meditate, you're going to realize that you are the God in your life. And I can't sell you things. So let me remind you that there's danger everywhere. And it is true, there is danger everywhere. This beautiful place we call the universe is chaotic. There's stuff going on all the time. That doesn't mean that you have to be afraid, though. See, that's different. Danger is everywhere. Fear is a choice. You ever see what a bully does when nobody's afraid of the bully? Oh, it is such a beautiful moment. When the bully does not have fear to feed off of, the bully finds another hobby. Quit giving in. Stop. Stop letting the media punk you. Stop letting the media get you to believe that anything in the world can exist beyond God. It can't. It can't. I remember buying my son a card for this birthday party. I've told this story a million times, so most of you already know it. Just bear with me. And we're looking through all these cards because I'm picking cards at the last minute and all the good cards were taken already. And finally, I see a card that reminded me of my childhood. And it was Where's Waldo? And for those who grew up in my era, we remember Where's Waldo. We used to look at that book until our head would hurt. All those artificial colors, just And the concept was the same every time. You're supposed to find Waldo. The guy with the glasses and the cool little beanie and the striped shirt, you're supposed to find him on every page. But here's the thing. Just like life, you were given a divine assignment, just like Where's Waldo, to find Waldo. But every time you turn the page, there are all kinds of distractions on that page that can get you to forget you're supposed to be finding Waldo. There's something funny right here. Oh, there's something sad right there. Oh, there's something really frightening right there. Oh, what am I supposed to be doing again? You're supposed to be finding Waldo. Many pages get turned in your life all the time, don't they? Sometimes they're a health scare. Sometimes they're a financial challenge. Sometimes they're a good old broken heart. But your job every time is to say, you don't fool me, God. I see you right there. There's this movie called The Whackness. I love that I'm here because I get to talk about all the other stuff that people be like, why would you talk about that? But I'm at the Amani Center. This is the advanced class. And in this movie called The Whackness, it's about a young man at a crossroads in his life. He's been out of high school for, a few years now, and he still has this crush from a long time ago, and all these things are going on. And finally, him and homegirl hook up, and he thinks he's in love. And he tells her, I love you, and it weirds her out, and it messes the whole thing up. I think we've all had that moment where you tell the person you love them, and they're, and now it's weird. Glad y'all are laughing, because do not try to pretend that's just me. Don't you dare. And so it's all weird. And he's going through all these emotions. And she told him way earlier in the movie, you have a very weird way of looking at things. You always look at the whackness. We all know what whack means, right? Okay, thank you. You always look at the whackness of things. I always see the dopeness. Dope in hip hop means awesome. It's dope because it's worth being addicted to. I always look at the dopeness. And that was the whole reason for the movie. And so finally, he gets the message. And he goes over to tell her, I got this really awesome, I get it now. And when he shows up at her house, is somebody else there. And his heart drops. And he's hurt. And she's trying to, in the best way possible, let homeboy down easy. And he just smiles at her and says, hey, it's okay. And he's really smiling. He says, I've never had my heart broken before. It's pretty awesome. And he walks away. Do you understand what happened in that moment? You are here to have a human experience. And you've been here long enough to where we have decided, I like these experiences here. These are my favorites. And when you have the other ones, you have convinced yourself that's not God because those are my favorite. But please understand, those feelings are God too. They are very much God. And when you go through them, it is on you, the student, to realize that even in that moment of heartbreak, this is awesome too. Stop letting the news tell you what to think. Stop letting them get you to believe that this person you've never even met is dangerous to you and you should stay away because they told you stop. You are the God of your life. You are. Let's stop pretending like we don't know that. Let's stop pretending like we even believe the illusion in the first place. You know you don't. We do it because seeing God in the places that we're used to seeing, that gets boring after a while. And our imagination is always screaming to be used. It's easy to see God in your mama's face when you're a baby. It's easy to see that. When you grow up and it's time for slumber parties and you start sleeping over your friend's house because, it's a slumber party and it's time for that good old ghost story or scary movie, can you see God then? See? Those are the challenges. That's the whole reason scary movies end up being created in the first place. Because all that other stuff is boring. It's easy to see God this way. I want to be in danger and see God then. All of you do it. It's not just me. Stop believing the illusion. There's this old story back in the day called Alexander and his horrible, terrible, no good. Remember that? Now, here's what I love about that. Because you could easily look at this kid's story and be like, what a negative story. I mean, why would you write about that? But we didn't. We said, that's positive. You're letting it all out, Alexander. You're telling us about it. You don't think the gangster rapper's telling his story too? You don't think he's telling you about his horrible, no good, very, very terrible day? You don't think he's doing the same thing? Everyone, even that person with pushing the shopping cart who's screaming curses at the sky, is telling you about their experience. Why is Alexander's more sacred than anyone else's? Part of being divine is hearing the divine in everything. If we really know God is all there is, that means everything is waiting on you to see the God in it. Everything. What if you told yourself you're afraid of? What if you told yourself is greater than yourself? What? Please understand that you are the one telling the story. You can tell a new story whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, you can tell a new story. Somebody mentioned improv earlier. Don't you see how everything's in alignment? This thing called life is improv. You're writing the script as we go. And what is the number one rule of improv? What's the rule? Everything is? Yes. Oh my God. Everything is yes and. That means when the universe gives you a new blessing, no matter how ugly it may look like, we get to say yes and. Remember Spoon Boy? Who in here remembers Spoon Boy? Come on, I keep on bringing up Spoon Boy from The Matrix. Who remembers Spoon Boy? Neo goes in to see the Oracle. And when he goes in to see the Oracle, all the spiritual weirdos, your people, are in there. Levitating and healing and just doing all kinds of amazing stuff because God makes us weird. And Spoon Boy is sitting right there, holding spoons and doing what looks like bending spoons with his mind. And he looks up at Mr. Handsome Keanu Reeves there, and he hands him the spoon and tells him, don't try to bend the spoon. That is impossible. Instead, try to remember the truth. And Mr. Handsome Neo goes, well, what's the truth? And Spoon Boy says that there is no spoon. It is then that we realize that it is not the spoon that bends. This is how we walk on water. This is how we heal people, by laying hands on them. This is how, by knowing that there is no separation in what I'm looking at. We know that vibes exist, yes? Is that my alarm? We know that vibes exist. Well, if we know that vibes exist, we know that this space right here in between is not space. There's energy here that is connecting us. Then let's stop believing that any of us are separated in the first place. Let's stop believing that anything can be separate from us. Stop. That's why when there's hurt in a whole other continent, we feel it too. That's why, because nothing is separate. And just like there's hurt over there, we can send some healing over there. Don't believe that your prayer alone is not enough. Everything started with one mind, one thought, one seed, everything. Who has the courage to put that thought out there? Who has the courage? Challenge yourself. I challenge everyone in here, the next time you see something on the news, the next time you see something somewhere that startles you or makes you uncomfortable, who is going to have the courage to say, right in this moment, I may not understand it, I may not see it, but I know God is present in this moment. Namaste. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you. Thank you. I want to dedicate today to a brand new ancestor, a man who raised his son in the same philosophy and we grew up together. And this is that kind of man who's from that era where men don't cry, and men are proud, and men wear their tie and put their chest out. And yet, I can remember so many times where this man allowed himself to cry and be vulnerable in front of me and his son. I've seen it. And so God has finally called him home a few days ago. And all the hurt from seeing my homeboy, who now doesn't have any parents that are living. And last night I go to his house and I see him holding his brand new daughter. And I had to tease him. I said, you know, you always give us that East Oakland smile. It's a little different. You holding her, and I didn't even know you could smile that big. And in that moment, I'm seeing him looking just like his dad. I'm seeing his daughter who resembles his beautiful mother so much. And I'm realizing your parents are in this room right now. Your parents are in this room. And there is no separation. So remember, no matter how convincing it may seem, do not give in to the illusion. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for opening our hearts this morning. It was beautiful. So now it's time for our joyous time of giving. Might sound odd, joy and giving. And it's true. You know, whatever we give out, we get back, right? And more. So giving from our hearts to this beautiful place that nourishes us so keeps the doors open. We don't have a mother church. We are the church. We keep the doors open. We keep all these great events happening. We're sharing our gifts. So give what you can, and we're also grateful for the giver. There's several ways to give. There's this great QR code. Just take a picture of that, and it'll take you right to the donate, and you can do that. You can also set up a recurring donation, which for me is easy. There's been times I'm not able to be here, and I know that the center gets the tithe anyway, and can create a budget from that, which is also very important, so that we know what we're doing. That's helpful. You can also write a check, however, makes you feel that you can really feel it. I actually like to do it as a spiritual lesson. I write the check before I get my paycheck. I mean, that's how you test that it really works. And it really does make a difference. So we invite you to give from your heart, and we'd like Marcy to come up and do a spiritual mind treatment for us this morning.
Okay, so as you hold those gifts, or you have that card out, or you can just sort of visualize that if you're giving virtually, place it over your heart. And we just know, just like Reverend Lucian said, we are one with Spirit. There's no separation. And Spirit is absolute abundance. And just like you look up at a tree and you see the leaves, or you stand on the beach and you see the sand, the pebbles of sand, that's Spirit. That's how Spirit shows up. And so there's no sense of lack in Spirit. There's only abundance and opulence and just a divine flow. So when we step into that flow with our giving and our receiving, now we're part of it. Now we're doing something real. So I just know that that's what's happening right now for all of us, and that as we give, whatever we give, we are just receiving so much more, and then we're giving more, and then that's how we're staying in this flow, and we're just releasing any false ideas of lack and knowing that abundance is here for all of us. And so from this knowingness and from this great space of giving, receiving, and flow, I have such gratitude for each and every one of you, for the Amani Center for giving us this place to show up and be fed, and to know that this is how the law works. And so with great gratitude, with great joy, with great energy, I release this word into the law, and I know that as I speak it, it is done, and all is truly well. And together we say, and so it is. All right, and so we're going to pass those baskets, and while they pass, we have a song, another song from Leah.
Beautiful today. Hello, beautiful now. Hello, beautiful sunshine, honey. I love you and how. Hello, beautiful me. Hello, perfect right here. Hello, wonderful day that's waiting. Goodbye, doubt and fear. Hello, beautiful today. Hello, beautiful now. Hello, beautiful sunshine, honey.
Ah, I love her. Leah Morris.
Hello,
Oops.
beautiful today.
Not that I don't want to hear that again, I do, but. On behalf of the Amani Center, it is my great joy, pleasure, and honor to receive these gifts in tithe, knowing that they are pressed down and multiplied, feeding the center and going back to feed you, your lives, out into your family and your community and the world. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. All right, are the kids back? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sing our closing song, knowing that they're just having a good time and they'll be here soon. So let's stand, let's hold hands, and sing together. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
And continuing in that grace, continuing in that consciousness, we know that God is the only presence in existence. We honor it, we salute it, and we allow it to be. So it is.
So it is. All right, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day. Kids will be back.
Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now. Power of now.
Tell me, what is the measure of a life well done? Tell me, how do you count an uncountable sum? A collection of your minutes, your hours and your days, the number of heartbeats, breaths, and the lines on your face. It's a nebulous affair, pulling value from the air. Was it your good